Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grown Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is August 19th of 2025. It's Tuesday. It's about 7:45 p.m., and no, I didn't get Mr. Clock running yet. It's 71 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius. I'm going to do a forest part of my maple forest. We're going to repot it. It's a little raggedy and taggedy, so we got to do it. I gave it a good watering and rinsed everything down. As you can see, nothing's stuck on there, so I don't know when I potted it. But it's about a good 2 years old. So we're going to take our little shoe, because this is the little old lady who lived in the shoe. She had so many kids, she didn't know what to do. And we're going to take our rocks out. Oh, we got our gnome in there, so that's his house. So I don't know what's growing and what's not growing. Let's get this a little closer for you to see. I'm going to pull a couple of these weeds out. Let me get this dish here for weeds, because I did some cleanup today. The hip was feeling better. I had arthritis in the hip, so it was hard to move all the way down this leg, so I'm better now. So the first thing I got to do is see where the heck I'm at. So we got to go fast, because I don't want you guys run into anything. I'm going to cut that back, and let's see if there's any green to it. There's a little bit of green, so that one's good. We're going to cut this back to take this one off to here. We got a branch coming out that way, so that might work out good for us. But the rest, I think we're going to leave. This one looks like it's dead, but I don't know. Oh, it's still green. Yep, it's still green. That's good. So we'll hit that with lipstick after we do a little bit more out of that. So we're just going to cut a little bit of that off. We're not going to do a lot, because we got to dig these out. And if this grows, I can cut this back. So let's get my Mr. Spoon out of here. Mr. Fork. And let's just, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. And we're just going to see if I can take this out. How much do we got in here? Nope, everything looks good in there. I thought I'm going to have to repot this whole thing, but I don't have to. So let's just clean up the top. Take all this junk out. Got a lot of roots here. I don't know. Should we or shouldn't we repot it? Let's see what we can get out of here in the time allotted. So I can hold that up. And I don't know. I'm going to just cut through the roots. This is a nice little sandy mix. I'm going to get that one out, put it in the dish. What else we got here? These are all roots here. Take these all out, throw them in there. There's an ant, kill the ant. Get some of these top roots out of here. Let's see if we can go into here. Really loosen it up, because this is just a hodgepodge of soil I got in here. So let's get our cut right through all this. You can say, Tom, you're ruining your shears. No, I got a good, I found something good today. Or yesterday, I mean, when I went shopping. Let's get that out, put that there. Diamond bits, look at that. I think it was like 13 bucks at Harbor Freight. It worked out real good. So let's go into here and get some more of this out. I'm just going to cut right through it, and then this way here I can sharpen my needle nose after that. Right now I'm going to get all this out. And let's get this big guy out. And it didn't go through the screen. You know, when you get arthritis, sometimes I can't do a lot. A lot of trees were neglected out there, but I got to go through them lickety split. And then I'll take a nice review of it so you can see them. Okay, let's get these two out. Is this one good though? No, that one's dead all the way around. But the roots might still be good. Oh, no, 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 no. Ho, ho, holy, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. There's a sign of growth there. That's good. That's very good. So we'll dab the top on the top there. Now, all this soil, I'm going to dump into the old soil bucket. And you can see a lot of roots in there. Pull them out. See, this was just a hodgepodge of leftover soil that I planted this in, and all I did, I think, is I just threw the seeds in here. There. Throw that in there. Now it looks like I got to sweep the floor again, and that's the number 7 knitting mesh, so you know that held up real good. Okay, so Tom, what are we going to do? That is a good question. First and foremost, let's get the cover back on this thing. Let's get these up. Put them over here for now. Let's get my Ted's Cactus mix. And let's give it a little bit of a... Throw it on the bottom there. Fresh soil for it. Now, I'm not going to give it fertilizer, because I don't want it to grow anymore, just to recover and the roots to recover. I'm not going to do a lot of root work on this forest because it's still looking good, but we might have to just to get it into the pot. Now this is the little one that's starting to grow here, and I think that if I tease it with my steak fork, I know, man, I got your root right, but right now I have to use this. I just got to skim enough off to reposition it in the forest, something like this. Yeah, we got a nice growth over here, so I'm not going to cut none of this back yet until this takes off. And that little one, she's alive. She wants to live. So I'm going to get my mikus out. And before I do anything, let's put this guy over here for now. I am going to put mikus all over the forest floor. This is all beneficial bacteria. And beneficial bacteria acts as a symbiote. I mean, both work hand in hand together with the roots, because the roots, it feeds the roots. I mean, the beneficial bacteria feeds the tree, and the tree feeds the beneficial bacteria, and the beneficial bacteria searches out for more water, and it unlocks unlocks the phosphorus in the soil, normally not being had. Not being had by the other in other words, it can't take it out. For some reason, phosphorus is locked in because people use the chemical phosphorus, and that's how it sucks it up. But normally, the trees cannot do it. Here's a weed. So let's see how this looks. Can we get these in here like this? There we go. Something like that. Now I gotta sweep all that again. There we go. And this guy I think we can put about here. Now this one I gotta scrape all the tops off. Gotta really go into this. So you can get these steak forks at, I don't know, it's got to be steel though. You can check out the thrift stores and just wash them real good. Just gonna fluff them up a little bit. There we go. And maybe we can stick this guy over here. I don't know if we can stick these together like this. Oh, this guy needs the light. Now we have this big double one. So let's get the tops off. Normally, if I wasn't this far behind, I'd take everything apart and repot them better, but this seems pretty good. This mixture I had I forgot what I had in there. I had some soil, I don't know what kind. I forgot, and this one has been so long. With perlite and sand. And these two fit right in there. What do you think? I think this one can be pulled back more. This one about here. So let's get this out of the way. That's not going to go to waste. That'll go in the compost bin. Now, what are we going to do? Let's put some soil into there. Tomorrow, if I have time, which I hope I do, I'm going to have to do my poinsettia. No, tomorrow's the Children's Corner. I forgot. Tomorrow's the 4th Wednesday of the month, so we got to do something for the children. And I think I just got the right thing to do. What I got is a cup over here. And with the new files, man, they cut through this thing like butter. So I got for drainage, I just got to drill a hole in here, and I'm going to find a little maple tree so the parents can get out there and have fun with the kids. And do it. You know, you're going to say, I ain't got time, I ain't got time. I don't know if you know that song, The Cat's in the Cradle with the Silver Spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon or something like that, but you know, you're not going to have time for your kids now. When the kids get older, you're going to say, hey kids, come on, let's do this. And they'll say, well, we ain't got no time, Dad, we got stuff to do. So this is the time to be with them. You You know, sometimes you work all day, you're tired, but hey, take the time. The kids need your attention. There you go. Got some more Ted's mix. And that's Ted's mix there. It's Cocoa Core, Lava Rock, and Perlite in there. It's a good mix. I love Ted's mix, but I like to make my own mixes too. And, you know, if I can't get the Ted's, I have to make my own mixes. Now I have to go to Ted's again because I've said it again. I have to plant Hilda. I think she's a little over 35 years old now. And she needs a repot. And she's big. She's tall and robust. And I'm going to have to do it into the other side of the basement there. Because she's going to be heavy. We got to remove her daughter that's growing next to her. So she'll have her own pot later. So I have to find everything for them. And go from there. There we go. Let's get it like that. Don't forget to use your fingers. If you can't use your fingers, take a rock. Got arthritis, use a rock. And just push it in, push it in, push it in. Use your turntable. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I don't know if you remember that game show. Beat the clock. And that's what I'm doing right now. I got to beat the clock. Because I know sometimes long videos, people got stuff to do. Yeah, this is a good 2-year-old forest. Let's get a little more there. And a little more there. You got 3, 4, 5, 6. With this makes 7, but the forest is divided. So the forest can expand. You don't have to do 7s. You don't have to do odd numbers. Oh, you got to do odd numbers. Yeah, right. Tell me something else. You got to use your imagination. This forest expands. We're going to have a house dividing it in here. So your imagination looks good. Oh, wait, we got it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even though if that tree doesn't grow, 6 is better than nothing. There, let's see how that looks. And don't be afraid to do it. Get that in there. Firing that chopstick into them crevices there. We got to get that chopstick fired in. Fire it in. Make sure you fire it in. As Bill Alexander would say, fire it in. He was a good painter. I used to love watching his show. He'd take that brush and fire it in there. Fire it in. That's where I learned all them sayings. William Alexander. Fire it in. Fire it in. Okay, Tom, where's your lipstick at? It's around here someplace. I don't know what the color of this one is. It's called Crazy. Okay, Crazy it is. Here's Crazy lipstick. And lipstick is a natural wax. It's easy to dab on. And it doesn't wash off. I've had it on there for a year. And it'll help with the healing process. It's a natural wax. Women use it on their lips. Oh no, you gotta use cut paste. Oh no, you gotta use this. Oh no, you gotta use that. No, you don't. Get out of the norm. Get out of what everybody's trying to tell you sometimes. Use your own judgment. It's cheap too. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Why not? Let's put the cover on there. I'm gonna have to clean the mess up again. So I'm gonna use some of this Let's see if we can get our little old lady, or Mr. Gnome's house in here. Into the forest. Something like that. But we have to put some stuff around there. So I got a little bit of mix here around the house. Inside I'll throw in some cherry red chicken grit. If I had a little old lady with some kids, I'd have did that for this, but I don't. It'd have been nice. It'd have been like a nice storybook house. But for now, it's Mr. Gnome's house. Got all my buckets of soil outside my workshop, because I got to find a way of putting everything in here so it's easy access. So let's get that over there. And we get that over there. And we fill it in over there. And then what I can always do is I can use my other, how would you call it? Wildwood Organics, my Rockariza. And I can sprinkle that in there later for the roots. And this will go in this will go into a nice semi-shaded area where it gets morning sun to recover. Just like that. A little bit of root sticking out, so all you gotta do is give it a little snip. And with my ironwood tools, you're gonna say, Tom, they're all goofed up. Well, no, they're not. Let's see. I got this file here. All I gotta do is run it slowly over that. Just let it follow the cutting edge. You don't have to press on it. All it is to take a little bit of it off. Plus I got my other ironwood diamond sharpener. But you know what I use this for today? You know, you buy glass, the tops for a fish tank, and there's two types of fish tanks. Made by two different manufacturers, and sometimes when you buy the glass for it, it doesn't fit. It's like off like a 32nd of an inch. So I took these diamond bits, this flat one, and I just ground for a half hour, and the glass cut real good. I kept putting water on it and everything, and it worked real good. Let's see, I got some more here. Where would I need it? And let's fill it in over here. Now we'll have to make a little path coming out. This is just a coarse sand mix. You can get that at your local feed store, because I tried the landscape scaping places and they don't even have it. This is why. But I think this is good because let me get Mr. Elephant. Let's give it a little water. Mr. Elephant says hello to all the little kitties out there. All the kitties watching with Mom and Dad and saying, hey Dad, let's get a little old shoe that I found that at the, where did I find it? I found it at one of the thrift stores and I grabbed it. I thought I'd make it something real nice. So I'm giving it a good watering. You don't want to turn the turntable around too fast. Get the trees dizzy. I mean, just because we're dizzy, we don't want to get the trees dizzy. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Elephant. My sinuses were no good all this week. Oh, I got my cocoa core in here. Well, wonder never ceases. I got one part cocoa core, the chicken grit #1 and coarse sand also. I could also fill that in, but let's push that in real good. Let's get the sides in now that we got it watered. There we go. You know, you clean up and then you forget where you put everything. How's that? So this is my other mix. And I'll put that on the top. Get these in there good. And with the weather changing, it was like 54 this morning. I don't know what that is in centigrade. I forgot to check it out. But it was 54 this morning. Nice and chilly, but nice. And that's good for the roots to grow because the nights are getting cooler, the days are getting shorter. And I know a lot of you, like in Australia and stuff, your spring is coming. Where here we got fall and the winter months. And we got a nice root structure there. You can, I don't know if you can see that coming out. So that'll be good. And we just put it in. You're going to say, Tom, chicken grit dissolves. No, it don't. It's harder. It's like, I think it's made like something out of quartz where it's harder than quartzite, but a lot of information that I read says it's really quartz ground to different sizes, and it's good for chickens because it's a natural mineral and it doesn't interfere with their digestive processes. There. Got that out of the way. Put that in there. We'll get out our chicken grit. And can we put a rock in here someplace? Big old rock right here. Something different. We'll take our chicken grit. And Mr. Gnome, he'll have to be by his house, but let's make him a little path and put some chicken grit inside the house. Because I don't have nothing else. And by doing that, he's got a nice little stone floor to walk on. You know, he's got his bedroom upstairs. So we're just going to put the path here. Just coming out of the house. Just like that. And then he's got a path going to the store or wherever he wants to go to. We'll give him 2 paths, 2 exits. And yeah, I have some moss outside, but I haven't had a chance to scrape off all the excess soil on it. Because I mean, it's like a lump when I pull it out. Okay, we got that. What did I do with Mr. Spray Bottle? Okay, let's get our chicken grit in there. Time we gotta learn to put stuff away. How the kids gonna learn? Let's get some of this off. Yeah, I'm turning the wood here. I'm supposed to turn the table. Come on, Tom. I got that rock in there real nice. We got a nice little woodsy scene here. Let's see if I got any water in it. No, I guess not. Mr. Elephant, we're going to have you borrow some water. Let's give it some water. Mr. Spray Bottle needs some water. And Mr. Elephant obliges. He shares his water. There we go. Now, get everything in. gnome over here. Looking outside, saying hello to everybody. And you got your forest on this side and your forest on that side. If it's 6 trees, what 6 trees? Why not? What's the difference? It's all in your imagination. Oh no, that's the rule. I break the rules. And I don't use bonsai soil. I feel you got to get something you can afford. And Ted's Mix, if you go to Ted's greenhouse out in Tinley Park, I think it's like $12 or $13 for a bushel of his cactus mix. A bushel. And he's got regular potting mixes too. Let's wash the house and go from there. And you know what tonight is? Tonight is detective night. So make yourself a hot cup of tea. Put on some old Sherlock Holmes shows, radio shows, or the old ones, and go from there. 31 minutes into the video, and I bet you guys are bored. Well, thanks for putting up with me this long. You take care, everybody, and have a great night, a cup of tea, and today is detective night. Put on some Sherlock Holmes. This is what this weather turning. I love Sherlock. Take care, everybody.